How underdogs are portrayed in the news. Before I can show how underdogs are portrayed in the news, I first must explain what an underdog is. Typically, it is someone facing extreme odds against them, such as David or Goliath. They may be facing someone who is more experienced or more skilled, and as a result, the underdog is expected to lose. NCAA March Madness is a prime example because every year, except in 2020 unfortunately, underdogs succeed and go on long runs in the tournament. Underdogs are portrayed in the news in three main ways. They deserve to win, they are lovable and easy to cheer for, and they accomplish the improbable. There's one thing about underdogs that stands out. They play harder than everyone else because they have to, and that makes people think they deserve to win. The first example is the 2010 Butler Bulldogs, a small school in Indianapolis with an enrollment at the time of just 4,000 students. They made it all the way to the national championship game, which is unheard of for a mid-major school.
Butler's going on to the national championship game.
They had extremely limited resources, as 2/3 of their roster was from in-state Indiana. When Butler was making their run, sports outlets like ESPN and the IndyStar were talking about them, writing about them, and interviewing them nonstop. Articles on ESPN said things like, "At Butler, they dreamed differently." They said their defense was smothering, and they even called it the Butler Wall. This physical style of play helped them beat the powerhouses and capture the hearts of America.
Throwing it down. Butler with its largest lead of the semifinal.
Another way that underdogs are portrayed is they are lovable and easy to cheer for. An example of this is the 2016 Chicago Cubs team, who went over 100 years without a championship. ESPN and many other sports outlets portrayed them as the lovable losers. So why would anyone cheer for a team that never wins anything? Loyalty. My family and millions of families across the world went through generation after generation, hoping to see the Cubs win it all. In 2016, the Cubs won 103 games and finally gave fans something to cheer for. In November of 2016, the team finally ended their 108-year drought and rewarded fans for their loyalty. That Cubs team was easy to cheer for, and they also accomplished what many thought was impossible, and for me, it was one of the best days ever.
Come on! Get there! The Cubs! Get there! Get there!
Win the World Series!
Yes! We won! We won!
Makes the play! It's over! And the Cubs have finally won it all!
The third and final way underdogs are portrayed in the news is that they are in an impossible situation. In the first round of March Madness in 2018, a tiny school called UMBC took on the top overall team Virginia in the first round. UMBC was a 16 seed, the lowest seed you can get. There was little to no coverage on ESPN because of how likely it was that Virginia would win. It seemed like UMBC was in an impossible situation. The game was tied entering halftime, which was an accomplishment for itself, but no one really believed that UMBC could actually pull it off. Then in the second half, UMBC outscored Virginia by 20 to defeat the top team in the tournament and accomplish the improbable. Sports outlets like ESPN, USA Today, and Fox Sports called this game the most stunning result in the history of college basketball. UMBC was the first 16 seed to ever defeat a 1 seed, and what they accomplished is something that will likely never happen again.
UMBC makes history in Charlotte.
Underdogs unite and bring people together and remind us to cherish every moment in life. We are reminded to relax and have fun and to never take anything for granted. Underdogs are the ultimate example of teamwork. They believe in themselves no matter what message the media is sending about them or if people are expecting them to lose. It doesn't matter to the underdog. They just keep pushing ahead and accomplish what many think they can't. This never give up attitude should inspire us to add that same attitude to our own lives.